Notary. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. I'm coming to you tonight after a day with 4 signings and closings that all went well, but there were some mistakes made today. And I want to talk to you about when mistakes are made. Because, first of all, what can we all know for sure? And that is mistakes will be made. Now, our philosophy at American Elite Notary, right, is to give people joy and surprise through excellent customer service that raises the bar, that surprises and shocks people with how great it is. But mistakes are still going to happen. This video is about when other people make mistakes, how we can navigate that and manage that in a way that is the most helpful for all of our stakeholders that are involved. So the first thing we need to do is recognize that this is normal. This is just part of the game, right? We shouldn't be shocked or surprised when this happens. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. How crazy is this? There are a lot of moving parts when you go into a closing, and there are a lot of moving parts leading up to it. And even though it may appear that you know who made the mistake in the process, that's not always obvious either, especially through the paperwork. So today, an escrow officer made a mistake, and it was no big deal. I was able to, first of all, show grace, right? You want to show grace, request clarification, communicate crystal clear, and be consistent and gracious and respectful in your communication, because they had added things to the packet that shouldn't still be there. So I had 2 CDs that didn't match. I had several pages that shouldn't have been in there. And I just was able to say, hey, I see 2 CDs. Is there one that you prefer? Is there one that's more correct than the others? And then she requested that I get everything in the packet signed either way. And the clients didn't want to sign the wrong CD, which made total sense. But so our job in those moments is to provide grace and crystal clarity. But I think the first job is to find the mistake. That's one of the things that means the most to me that I can give back to the companies that I work with, is if I'm able to say, I don't see the blah, blah, blah form, or it looks like these 2 numbers don't match. And in my experience, they often do. If I know a company particularly well, I might even be able to go deeper and say, it doesn't look like you added the prorated property taxes. Now, this isn't something we expect you to be able to do right out of the gate, but over time, as you become more familiar with both the process, the rules of your state and area, and the needs and patterns of the closing companies that you're partnering with, this is a value add that is unsurpassed, because first of all, you may be saving them dollars. It's very possible that if they're missing things like commissions, I've found commissions a ton of time. I have found over $500,000 in errors. Easy. I'm sure I found more than that. If they don't deduct commissions and they present the numbers to our clients and it closes, that company has to eat those commissions in general, depending on their customer service and how they're going to handle it. If they forget to prorate property taxes, there's a ton of things. I have had closings where they just forgot to include any of their fees. And I was like, is there a reason none of your fees are on here? And they're like, holy camole, thank you so much. Now, I don't catch everything. I'm not perfect either, and it's not my job. But when I can, I want that value add. I want them to feel like we are partners and I am there to help, because that's the way it is. And then, of course, when you find the mistake, not be like, you did it again. You made the mistake again. That's not helpful. We don't ever want to act that way in our personal life or in business. We want to be clear and show grace and say, hey, can you give me some guidance here? It looks like there's 2 CDs and they're different numbers. And then the third thing is to get everything in writing. I text so that I have it all in writing. I actually don't often do phone conversations, because I have found in the past that that does not work to my advantage or theirs. That having everything in writing and the ability to go back and say, here you very clearly told me to get this CD signed, so that's how I proceeded. If I misunderstood that message, please let me know. I'd be happy. I will still go back and get the right CD signed. I'm still going to make sure it works for everybody. That's part of what we do. We go that extra mile, but I want to make sure that we're being really clear in our expectations and our communication. And then, of course, just make it right. Whatever you can do to make it right. And you can join our free group in American Elite Notary on Facebook to just have more discussions like this. These videos go there as well as other channels, and it's a chance to just kind of come together and pop in and ask questions if you have them. So what happens when people make mistakes? We help get them fixed. I'll see you back here tomorrow, live around 5, and I hope you're